Most people wait until they're ready. But he didn't, because if he had waited, this home would have never existed. This is the story of a man who built his own house. With no prior experience, no crew, no blueprint, just determination and a vision that refused to die. He wasn't an architect, not a builder, just someone tired of rent, noise, and dependency. So one morning he decided, I'll build it myself. The first day was chaos. He had a shovel, a notebook, and zero idea where to start. But every expert begins as an amateur, and that realization became his foundation. He began by learning hours of research, tutorials, and sketches on graph paper. The plan was modest, a small one-bedroom home, roughly 20 by 24 feet, using basic framing and reclaimed materials. No luxury, just shelter, peace, and pride. He started with the foundation. Instead of pouring a full concrete slab, he used pier blocks, affordable, simple, and forgiving for beginners. It wasn't perfect, but it was level, and that was enough. Then came the frame, the first real test. Each 2x4 had to align, square, and hold weight. The first wall he raised alone, shaky, misaligned, barely standing. The second wall was better. By the fourth, he understood balance, leverage, and rhythm. Mistakes became lessons. Broken boards became firewood. And slowly, his confidence turned into craftsmanship. He learned how to wire outlets, run plumbing, cut roof rafters, and lay flooring. Not through classes, but through persistence. He made errors, plenty of them. But each failure was feedback, not defeat. When he couldn't afford new windows, he salvaged old ones from a demolition site. When lumber prices went up, he built a small saw table and milled fallen timber himself. Every constraint forced creativity. After 6 months of steady work under sun, rain, and solitude, the house finally stood complete. Not perfect, not polished, but alive. Inside, every detail told a story. Uneven drywall where he learned how to mud seams. Slightly tilted shelves from his first attempt at carpentry. Floorboards that creaked, not from weakness, but from use. And when he sat on the porch that first evening, watching the sunset through windows he installed with his own hands, he realized something. He didn't just build a house. He built belief. Because construction isn't about tools, it's about mindset. Skill can be learned. Precision can be refined. But courage is the real foundation. Neighbors said he was crazy. Friends doubted it. Some even laughed. But when they stood inside his finished home, walls straight, lights warm, everything humming quietly off a small solar setup, they didn't laugh anymore. They just stood there, in silence, understanding what persistence really looks like. Here's the truth. You'll never feel ready to start something big, but you become ready by starting. He wasn't rich. He wasn't trained. But he had discipline, curiosity, and time, and that's enough to build anything. Every nail, every board, every inch of that home was built by someone who refused to say, I can. And that's the real architecture of this story, not the structure itself, but the transformation behind it. He didn't just build a home. He built himself one wall, one mistake, one victory at a time. You don't need experience to start. You just need resolve and the will to finish what others only dream about.